PWRS. That's Porsche World Roadshow. It's a global Porsche event that has been happening for many years, where they set up different courses for the media, for their customers to try out using different Porsche vehicles. And today we're in Sepang for just that. So on this very special day, we're going to be trying out various Porsche models, including the 911 Turbo S, the Targa, the GTS, the GT3 RS, the GT4 RS, a bunch of Cayennes, Macan, and even the Taycan Cross Turismo. And all these cars, we're going to be trying them out in a series of tests, including launch control, slalom, track driving, and even off-roading. This is not one you want to miss. My God! For a taste of what's to come, we tried out Porsche's range of 4-door vehicles, beginning with the Cayenne e-hybrid, Cayenne GT, Macan, Panamera, and the electric Cross Turismo. I guess we all know that the Cayenne is a very capable, massive SUV, but every time it's driven on track, it just surprises you. How is such a big SUV able to handle so well with so much stability on track? Wow, look at that Cayenne GT with the wing retracting in and out. That's so cool. This being the Cayenne hybrid model, it's a lot heavier than the standard one because it's carrying batteries, yet the handling of it, so assuring. Are you hearing this, guys? Oh my God, it sounds so dirty. Oh. I dare say only Porsche SUVs can do these things. The car is so well behaved. It just does everything that you want it to do without any drama, without any surprises. Look at this, turn 7 and 8. Foot on the throttle, powering out. It just follows everything that you tell it to do. My goodness! This is an over 2-ton SUV. Porsche brakes never disappoint, man. Again, this is over 2 tons and it just brakes like crazy. Look at the sound. Alright, now we're on the back straight. Let's see how powerful this Cayenne hybrid exactly is. And we are already at 160, guys, in less than 5 seconds. 200, and hard on the brakes, no drama whatsoever. Someone killed the cone. Right, now we are in the Cayenne GT, and as you can tell, a carbon fiber Alcantara wrapped steering wheel. Wow. Ooh, the exhaust on this is definitely louder. Even getting out of the pits, you can already hear the rumbling. You hear that? Oh, oh my goodness. This is why I love Porsches, man. Everything about it feels so refined. On this tight first corner, no drama whatsoever. In fact, if you didn't look at the outside of the car and you just got in and drive, you'd think that you're driving a sedan, man. PDK gear changes, as always, immediate. You want a Cayenne to go fast through corners, get the GT, man. Again, my favorite section of Sepang, 7 and 8. Flat. You don't even have to drive fast in this car. Just drive slowly and enjoy the soundtrack of the engine. Alright, on the back straight, full throttle. Again 200 and hard on the brakes. Woohoo! I think, even though we have only driven 2 out of 5 Porsche 4-door vehicles, it's safe to say that if you want a big vehicle to drive fast, not just in a straight line but in corners, just look at Porsches. Or rather, if you're not looking at Porsches, or at least considering them, I think you're doing it wrong. Alright, now we're in the smaller, much more nimble Porsche Macan. Very evident through corners. The car wants to turn in a lot more. It's a lot more playful because shorter wheelbase. There's a lot more movement, but still, every bit of Porsche. Definitely doesn't sound as good as the Cayennes, but still getting all the pops and bangs every time I downshift. Oh, I can't wait to try those Panameras and the Cross Turismo in front of me, man. Lower center of gravity, I'm sure cornering will be a lot more planted, a lot more fun. I gotta say, man, Porsche brakes are just top notch, top shelf stuff. These cars have been going at least, I think, 8 to 10 laps now, with hard braking at every corner. The brakes still bite like crazy. There's no fade at all. Let's see if we can reach 200 again in this Macan. Come on, Macan, come on. Come on. Give me 200 before I brake. Come on. Nope, cannot make it. Look at that, man. Everybody triggering the emergency brake. What a fun day at the office. So this is the Panamera, and as I've mentioned earlier, I'm sure it will feel a lot more planted. The corners are gonna be a lot more faster. I mean, we've been driving Porsches, all more or less the same engine, but my god, the character of each engine is so different in each car. The way it delivers the power, how the throttle feels. For those who think that Porsche only knows how to build a 911, man, I think after this experience, you would definitely have a different opinion. Look at the corners, so much more flat. As I expected, so much more planted. I can go so much faster through the corners. Oh, look at the Cross Turismo just pulling away. But it doesn't have sound. Alright, back straight again. Come on, Panamera, show me what you can do. Oh, the Cross Turismo is just pulling away. Nope, no 200 in this. We are in the Taycan Cross Turismo. Again, Alcantara steering. This should be a monster in the straight line, man. And because I've already tested the Taycan on Sepang before, I can tell you this one with its all-wheel drive is going to grip like crazy, clawing onto the road. My goodness, the grip on this is immense. I'm going practically full throttle through the corner, it's insane. Oh, I don't like the sound it makes though when it brakes. Over 2-ton car changing direction like a Golf GTI. How do you do this, Porsche? Alright, I want you to see how quickly the speed climbs on the Cross Turismo on the back straight. It's going to be ridiculously fast. Full throttle, check this out, guys. That is insane. I gotta avoid not overtaking the lead car. Now, time to do what we came here to do. Unleash our inner 18-year-olds in Porsche's fire-breathing sports cars. Alright, the first of many powerful 911s. We are in the Targa model. The view in front of me is insane, guys. There is a Turbo S, there is a GT4 RS in front of it, and then right ahead is the GT3 RS. Goodness, what a beautiful view. And then I have the Carrera 4 GTS in my rear view mirror. Wow, the car is so obedient through the corners. You can practically feed the power coming out of the corner and there won't be any drama. Oh, can you listen to that, guys? That is only 6,500 RPM. When we get into the GT3 RS at 9,000 RPM, you are gonna hear some serious screaming. Not just from the car, but from me. Turn 10, turn 11, this is where the car really comes to its own, becomes a little livelier, but still, like I said, typical of a Porsche, it's so controllable. Let's go! The last 1,000 RPM is heaven. Hard on the brakes. Oh, that is the only time where pops and bangs are acceptable. Alright, now we are in the mother of all 911s, the Turbo S. Well, there is something more exciting after that, the GT3 RS, but well, this is the flagship one. Oh my goodness. I was told it's really easy to drive by people who have driven it before me. So let's see. It's typical of 911s, man. Whether it's the Turbo, whether it's the Targa that we drove earlier, you get in, you can straight away familiarize yourself with the car. Straight away, go fast in it. Oh my goodness. I only went half throttle. I am glad that I have all-wheel drive, man. You can feel there's so much power from the throttle itself. Oh my goodness. I can hear the sound of the engine behind me. I can hear the sound of the engines in front of me. Jeez, the way it comes out of corners when the power comes on. You better hang on, man. Oh my god, it's so forgiving. I mean, I can feel the car just doing so much of the work for me. As I'm throttling out of the corner, you know, trying to be funny, give it a bit more power. You can feel the car just handling it, not letting me slip. Alright, on the back straight now, let me see how quickly it can go. I'm gonna pull from 50 something. Now let's go! Jeez, man. The Cayenne GT4 RS accelerated so much earlier than me, but towards the end of the back straight, I can reeling him in. Yeah, and there was no way I was getting close to the GT4 RS. It was just spitting stones. Have to jaga the windscreen lah. Finally, the car I've been waiting for, the GT4 RS. Woo! Alright, I think I have done everything I need to do. Exhaust flap on. Right. Let's enjoy this in manual mode. The immediacy, that's why I love NA engines. I haven't even left the pit. Look at that. Oh my god. The shifting is like shotgun, man. Pum, pum. God! Full throttle into the corner, my goodness, man. The amount of grip, that stability is insane. so quick. Oh, 9,000 RPM, man. Look at that. Yup. Oh. Some more, some more. My goodness. It's like you have so many different characters through the rev range. You have passive aggressive, then you have mild aggression, and then you have aggression, and then after that it's just straight violence. The last 1000 RPM is magic, man, I tell you. My videographer on the side here is like, oh my god, oh my god. We have all been transported to heaven today. The 20-30 of us medias who were invited to come here and test drive these cars, I tell you, a bunch of lucky. And now, you know what? It's not the end. We're going to the GT4 RS. How much better can this day get? As it turns out, a whole lot better. We were told that the GT4 RS's new double wishbone front suspension has made the steering a lot quicker. So let's see. Alright, I guess this is bucket list stuff. I mean, the 911 Turbo S was a real treat, but this GT4 RS, you know, the race car 911 for the road, I think this is definitely bucket list stuff. Also naturally aspirated, but a totally different monster. Oh, the steering is so immediate. The first degree of turning, you can already feel the car reacting. Oh my god. You have to be so gentle with your steering input because the slightest degree of turn, the car reacts. Turn 5 and 6, you have to have finesse. I mean, you can feel movement with the car, but it's so controllable. There's nothing that can possibly happen suddenly. Alright, this is the back straight. Gotta enjoy the car. I'm not gonna say anything, you just listen to the sound of the engine. Man, from 200 to 100, before you can even look at the meter, it has already reached. Alright, now the final car. We are in the Carrera 4 GTS. After driving the GT4 RS, after driving the GT3 RS, this one, well, even though it's the more extreme Carrera, feels so tame, man. I'm sorry to say. But you know what? Not everybody will enjoy the GT4 RS, the GT3 RS. Not many people might want to drive it on the road so much. With the GTS, you have the best of both worlds. You can drive it on the track, it will be very hardcore, but at the same time, when you drive it on the road, it will still be very accommodating, and that's what the GTS is for. The sound is fantastic. Whether you're in a Turbo S, Targa, GTS, just sounds fantastic. I mean, with the GT3 RS, GT4 RS, needless to say, but you're not getting any less excitement in this car. After an exhilarating 10 laps with 10 different Porsches, we slowed down a lot for a different kind of driving. A mile off-road course was set up to show how the Cayenne finds grip on a slippery, muddy slope and how it gently brakes on its own going downhill, all while using road tyres. Doesn't seem like much, but when you're on that slope, all you see is the sky, not for the faint-hearted. After the slopes, we drove on an axle twister, and there you can clearly see which wheel is not on the ground as the engine sends power to those which are. Again, all that took place with normal road tyres, definitely exceeded my expectations. There was also a launch control course with the Turbo S. In that short distance, it can already reach 100 km an hour, simply unbelievable. In sports mode, the engine revs up to 4000 RPM before you let go of the brakes, while in sports mode, it revs up to 5000 RPM before you slingshot forward. It reminds you that Porsche hasn't forgotten about its flagship sports car, even with the recent EV hype. We also got to tackle a slalom course in the 718 Spider RS, which not only looked good, was extremely nimble and balanced, but sounded like a mechanical orchestra. At the end, we were even shown the new facelift Taycan and the all-new second generation Macan EV, both of which are now open for booking in Malaysia. The Porsche World Roadshow wasn't just a great time, it showed off Porsche's all-encompassing ability, not just in making sports cars that stir the soul, but passenger cars that protect it. If you're ever presented a chance to attend one, don't ever miss it.